Welcome to the Student Management System series part 3. In the previous video, we saw how to set up the project in Eclipse and create the required tables and other database related components to make our project ready. In this video, we will understand the MVC architecture and create the required bean classes and establish the database connection in 3 steps. Step 1 is the MVC architecture of our student management system application. The MVC architecture helps us to organize the code and components of our student management system application. In this architecture, the application is divided into 3 layers. The first layer is view, second layer is model, and the third layer is controller. The view layer represents the front end part of the application, such as JSP, HTML, and CSS pages, which are responsible for displaying data to the users. The model layer represents the business logic of the application. This includes bean classes, which represents the data objects like student and admin, and DAO classes, which interact with the database to perform operations such as insert, delete, update, and retrieve data. The controller layer is responsible for handling user requests. This is implemented by using the servlets. When a request is received, the servlet initializes the request and response objects, processes the request, and controls the application flow by sending the request to the appropriate model layer business methods. So this is our student management system application. Now we will create the required packages for our application. We create all the servlets and Java related classes in the src/main/java folder. Right click on this folder, go to new and click on package. So the first package that we need is com.sms.controller. We use this package to create the servlets, and the next package that we need is com.sms.dao. We use this package to create the DAO classes like student DAO, admin DAO. They will interact with the database and do the operations to database. The next package that we need is com.sms.model. We use this package to create the bean classes, and we need one more package that is com.sms.util for any utility classes like DB connection. We have created the required packages for our application. Step 2 is creating the bean classes. In our application, we need 2 bean classes, one for admin and another one for student. Bean classes are used when we transfer data between the layers of the MVC architecture. Let me explain this with an example. When a user wants to store new student data, they will click on Add Student, enter the details in the registration form, and then click the Submit button. The data will be sent to the controller through a post method. The controller will create a student object and store the received data inside that object using the setters methods. Then this object will be sent to the model layer, where the business methods will use the getter methods of the bean class to retrieve the data and load them into the SQL queries before storing them in the database. For this reason, we need to create the bean classes in our application. Let's create our bean classes in the com.sms.model package. The first bean class is student. Go to com.sms.model package, right click on it, choose new and click on class and give the class name. Our class name is student bean. Create the variables required for the student bean. We have a total of 7 variables for our student bean, and we have to declare them as a private variables. Let me create them. These are the 7 variables that we need for student bean. Now we have to create a public constructor with no arguments. Click on source, generate constructor using fields, and deselect all, and then click on generate. So this is public constructor for the class, and we need to add setters and getters for our bean class. Again, go to source and choose the getters and setters option and select all. We have to select all and then click on generate. So setters and getter methods are generated. So now our bean class is ready for the data transfer between the layers of MVC. In the same way, we have to create the admin bean as well. Go to model package and create a new admin bean. We need 4 variables for our admin bean. Let me create them. These are the 4 variables that we need for our admin bean. So in the same way, like we have created for student, we have to create no argument constructor for the admin and setters and getters. Let's go to source, click on generate constructor using fields, and then we have to deselect all the fields and click on generate. It will generate a constructor. It should be public, and click on source again and choose generate setters and getters. Select all the parameters, click on generate. So now our admin bean is also ready for the data transfer. Step 3 is to establish connection with the database. To establish a connection with the database, we will use a singleton class. The singleton pattern ensures that only one database connection object is created and shared across the application, which helps us improve the efficiency of the application. As part of creating the connection, we will first load the Oracle driver into memory. Then by using the getConnection method of the driver manager class, we will obtain the connection object for the Oracle database. Now we will create the DB connection class. We have to create it in the util package. Right click on util package, go to new and click on class and name it as DB connection. Let me write the variables to connect with the database. To make our DB connection class follow the singleton design pattern, we have to follow 3 rules. The first rule is to create a private constructor in our DB connection class. And the second rule is to create a private instance of connection object. Import connection. And the third rule is to create a public static method to access the connection instance. This is our static method which returns the connection instance. Now let me write the logic to get the connection from Oracle database. Class.forName, this line of code loads the Oracle driver to the memory. And the getConnection method is a static method from driver manager. It will take the URL, username and password. It will interact with the Oracle database by using the Oracle driver and get the connection object. We have the connection object. Now we have to return it to the method call. So in line number 30, we have to write the return statement, return con. So what this method will do? This method returns a connection object. This if block only executes when the connection object is null. If the connection object has already connection of the database, then it will return the connection. It won't execute this block of code again, so that it will improve the performance of the application. In the next video, we will start coding and implement the login page and login servlet. Thank you for watching.